Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and I'm here with the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, and we have a ball game. It's August 23 in our 1969 replay. Washington Senators at the KC Royals. I'll be back with the lineups in just a couple minutes. Stand by, please. I'm just going to make some coffee and then we'll get started. And Kathy Harden has arrived for the Senators. Great to see you. The coffee is brewing now, and I'm ready. It's the Senators leading off Del Unser in center, Lee May in right. It's the big man Howard playing first base today. Ken McMullen bats fourth at third. Bernie Allen at second. Ed Stroud in left. Zoilo for Sally's at short. Steady Eddie has a slight sprain. Paul Casanova catching, and Jim Hannan with 5 wins on the season. For the Royals, it's Pat Kelly leading off in center, Paul Scholl at third, Ed Kirkpatrick in right, Joe Foy at first, Sweet Lou Piniella in left field, the rookie, Buck Martinez catching, Jerry Adair at second base, Jackie Hernandez at short, and Wally Bunker with 10 wins. Both right-handers. And we are in Kansas City. The Senators are 3 games over 500, 24 and a half behind the Orioles. KC in, I think, second to last, in front of Seattle. Yes, by 2 games. And we welcome you to Kansas City as the Kansas City Royals take the field. The tweet is up and the tweet is good. And leading it off for the Senators is Del Unser, left-handed hitter. Senators took the first game 3-1, complete game by Coleman. Here's Bunker now. He's ready. And the pitch to Unser. That's 2-4 right-handed. It's hit well by Unser. Oh my, first pitch of the ball game over the center field wall. And it's a 1-0 ball game. First pitch off Bunker is hit out of here. A home run by Unser. Look how pretty that is. Let's look at that again. What a way to start. 2-4, home run 1-12, and that is gone. Del Unser with the home run. What a way to start a ball game. Indeed, Kathy, that is. And I'm looking to enjoy the coffee, and then I'll get to the other stuff later. And for Unser, that's home run number 4 on the season. And that's a real rock'em sock'em way to go. Now Lee May is the batter. Okay, Bunker gets the sign from Martinez. And the pitch to May. That is 2-7 right-handed. He pops it up to second for a dare. 1 out. And that brings up the big man, Frank Howard. I saw something quite unsettling, Kathy, on TV, and I just said, what? Oh, what's happened to all of us? Colonial Penn commercial? Mary Lou Retton. Okay, here's Wally Bunker now. And the pitch to Frank Howard. 2-8, and he grounds it back to Bunker. He throws it to Foy at first, and it's 2 outs. Mary Lou Retton, oh my goodness. I guess I would do it too if I was getting paid the money, you know, so it's not just her, it's everything. It's all of us. I guess you're one of the few good ones left, Kathy. Here's Bunker facing McMullen and the pitch. That's 4-6 right-handed, pops it up to first for Foy. He makes the catch and the side is retired. So Bunker allows a home run on the first pitch of the game to Del Unser for a home run. Then he retires the side. After a half, it's Washington 1 and Kansas City coming to bat. It's going to be Jim Hannan pitching for the Senators. Bunker threw a clunker. Absolutely. Hey, you're good with language. You know that? You're very good with language. I'm gonna go get myself a cup here, and then we'll get going. God. Bear with me. Oh. 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 Ah. Oh. Oh. Let me just sneak a cup, okay? Oh. There we go. We're moving to the bottom of the first. We're in Kansas City. It's Hannan on the mound. Leading it off is Pat Kelly. Here's Hannan now. The wind up and the pitch to Kelly. That's 6'8", left-handed. He walked him. Kelly is on. He's a AA, 1-15, 1-13 with Casanova. And here's Paul Shaw, the batter. Oh. Hannan from the stretch. And the pitch to, hold on, sort of freaking text here. Here's the pitch to Shaw. 2-3 right-handed, grounds it to short. That'll force. Oh, it goes through. That's a plus. Holding Kelly. So Shaw singles and Kelly goes to third, you see? So it's first and third, nobody out here. And Ed Kirkpatrick is the batter. Got to be careful with that. Hannan now. Infield back. Senators will concede a run for a double play. Here's the pitch to Kirkpatrick. He's also left-handed hitter, 6-2. And he grounds it back to Hannan. This might be two. He's a 3-0. No error on the play. That's 5, that's 0. It's a double play. And Kelly comes home. No run batted in. It's a tie game, 1-1 now. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Jim Foy. Joe Foy, I'm so sorry. Okay, Hannan gets the sign from Casanova. The pitch to Foy. 5-4 right-handed, fly ball to center field. Unser a 2-12. That's 2-2. It's going to drop in for a base hit. So Foy with the 2-out single, and he is a double-A. So he's being held. And Lou Piniella comes up. Foy on first, 2 down, 1 in. Tie ball game, 1-1. Here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch now to sweet Lou Piniella. And that's 2-7 right-handed. Grounds it back to Hannan. And he throws it to first, Howard. And the side is retired. But a run for the Royals on two singles, a walk, and 1 left on. After 1, it's 1-1. Well, Bunker threw a clunker on the first pitch of the ball game. Unser hit it over, right over the center field wall for his 4th home run of the season. Bernie Allen leads it off, left-handed hitter, Bernie. Okay, here's Bunker now. The pitch to Allen. That's 5-11 left-handed. Grounds it to first for Foy, 421. That's 12, that's 41, my goodness. 4-12, it's an error all the way. Oh, he boots it for a 1-base error by Joe Foy. So Bernie is on to lead it off, the error. And here comes Ed Stroud. Ted Williams has put some left-handers in that lineup. against the right-hander Bunker here. Okay, Bunker from the stretch here. With Bernie on first and nobody out. Stroud at the plate. Bunker. The pitch. That's 5-7 left-handed. And that is a fly ball to center. Going back is Kelly, and he makes the catch, and Bernie holds. One away. And here is Zoilo Versalles. One out with Bernie on first. Whew. Here's Bunker now. The pitch to Versalles. That's 2-5 right-handed. And Versalles connects, and it's a double down the line. Bernie goes to third. Nice hit for Versalles. He's been hurt this year. It's second and third, one out for Casanova. Okay, Bunker in trouble again. I shouldn't say again. But here's the pitch now to Casanova. Infield is back. That's 6-5 right-handed. It's hit deep by Casanova. Into the gap. It's a double. 2 runs will score. Allen scores. That's unearned. Versalles scores. And it's a 3-0 ball game. Casanova with a big double here. It was second and third. He brought them both home. Now with one out, Casanova on second. Here's Jim Hannan. Okay, Bunker. And the pitch to Hannan. That's 5-7, right-handed. And Lord, that's going to be a double for Hannan. And Casanova scores. Action now, early on here, in the second for Kansas City. 3 consecutive doubles here for the Senators. Bunker went all the way in real world. Mike Hedlund is warming. They didn't use anybody. They got Hedlund warming now. And here's Del Unser, who homered on the first pitch of the game in the top of the first. Still one out with Hannan on second. Unser at the plate, left-handed hitter. And here's the pitch from Bunker. That's 2-7 right-handed, and he walked him. So lots of trouble here in the second for Wally Bunker. First and second, one out, and Lee May is the batter. Three runs in this inning. One of them unearned. Here's the pitch to May. 1-6 right-handed, and he walked him. And the manager is coming out. The bases are loaded with one out. And Frank Howard is the batter. Oh, my. Oops. Manager Joe Gordon Don't tell me that's the Joe Gordon. Holy cow. He lived a long time. That's Joe Gordon, who played for Cleveland. Okay, wait a minute. No, Jumping Joe. No, that's Dugan. He played for the Yanks. Wow, how do you like that? So he's going to pull Bunker here early on. And there's going to be a new pitcher. It's going to be Mike Hedlund, a right-hander to face Howard. How do you like that? That was a quick pull of Bunker. He pitched 1 1/3. He allowed 4 hits. He walked 2. And he is allowed 3 earned and 1 unearned. It's 4-0. Hedlund takes his warm-ups. He's ready. His endurance is 3. Big man Howard. Nowhere to put him. The bases are full of Senators. 3 runs this inning. It's 4-1. Okay, here's Hedlund now. Full wind-up. And the pitch to Howard. Ooh, 3-11 right-handed. He walks in a run. Howard walks. That's charged to Bunker. And that's what Ted Williams has been teaching Frank Howard, to not swing at bad pitches. So it's still bases loaded. And the batter is Ken McMullen. Ken popped to first in the first. Quite an inning here. Okay, here's Hedlund. The pitch to McMullen. That's 4-9 right-handed, and that is a liner to second, caught by Adair. 2 outs. And the Senators have batted around. Bernie Allen will be the 10th batter for Washington in this inning. Bases still loaded, 2 outs. Hedlund. The pitch to Allen. That's 3-9 right-handed, pops it up to second. Again, it's Adair. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. But 4 runs for the Senators. 1 of them was unearned due to the error by Joe Foy. 3 doubles, 3 walks, and 3 left on. And Bunker is charged with 4 earned, and 1 unearned. And in the middle of the second inning here, it's 5-1. Senators. Well, Hannan, he allowed a run in the first. He will face Buck Martinez to lead it off in the bottom of the second. Buck Martinez. Okay, Hannan is ready. Buck Martinez steps in. Here's Hannan. The pitch to Buck. 6-6 right-handed, and that is a base hit for Buck Martinez to open it up here for Kansas City in the bottom of the second. The next batter is Jerry Adair. Just bear with me. Jerry Adair going back to the dugout for a moment. And he's getting a new bat. Okay, he is ready now. Adair steps in the box. Here's Hannan now from the stretch with Martinez on first. Nobody out. Royals are down by 4. Here's the pitch to Adair. That's 3-3 right-handed. Pops it up to third base, just foul. Getting over there is McMullen. He makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Now Jackie Hernandez is the batter. Okay, Hernandez, right-handed hitter. Hannan from the stretch. That's 2-7. Right-handed, fly ball left field for Stroud. He makes the catch. It's 2 down. And the pitcher, Mike Hedlund, who came in relief for Bunker, will come out and hit. He is a 2 WR. Yes, he will. Okay, Hedlund steps in. He's a 2 WR. It's 2 outs. Martinez on first. And the pitch to Hedlund. Oh! Oh! It's right there. It's a 5. 2-11. And he struck him out. First strikeout by Hannan. And it's the side retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've gone 2 innings here. It's 5-1 Washington. And Hedlund comes out. He pitched okay in his coming in the second. He did walk Howard with the bases loaded too. There was a run brought in by charge to bunker, but then he retired the next two batters. Ed Stroud will lead it off. Here's Ed Stroud, left-handed hitter, Hedlund on the mound. The pitch to Stroud. That's 2-9 right-handed, walked him, so Stroud is on. He's an A. He'd be 1-14. They have a 5-1 lead, Kathy. I say we'll let Eddie strut his stuff here. 1-14 off of Martinez. It's Zoilo Versalles at the plate. Hedlund from the stretch here. The pitch to Versalles. There goes Stroud. And he is safe. Oh, just by a hair. The umpire called him safe. Jerry Adair, who came to get that, is arguing, but to no avail. Stroud has stolen second base. It was close, no doubt about it. So Stroud is now in scoring position for Versalles. Hedlund now. Here's the pitch to Versalles. That's 6-8 right-handed. Pops it up to third for Paul Scholl. He's under it, one away. Now Paul Casanova is the batter. All right, he doubled. There were 3 doubles in order in the second. Versalles, Casanova, and then Hannan. 4 runs came in all. One of them unearned. Here's the pitch to Casanova. That's 112, right-handed. Grounds it back to Hedlund. His only play is to first, and Stroud will hold. So that's 2 away. And Jim Hannan is the pitcher. So Hedlund 1 out away from getting out of this. Here's Hedlund. That's 2-9, and he grounds it to first for Foy, and he'll take it to the bag, and the side is retired. No runs in the third allowed by Hedlund. No hits, the walk. Stolen base by Stroud, left on second. Middle of the third, it's still 5-1 Senators. It's very nice, isn't it? It's waiting patiently for the bewitching hour. All right. Hannan is ready. And that is a very nice piece of flower. Pat Kelly, top of the order for the Royals. And Rhodes Scholar has arrived. Yeah, there's a little weed growing on the on-deck circle, but that's some weed no one would mind. Okay, Hannan, here's the windup and the pitch to Kelly. He walked and scored in the first. Only run for KC, 110, and that's hit well into that's a re-roll. Look at that. That is a double for Kelly, standing up. So Kelly is on, and here's Paul Scholl, who singled, was out in a double play. And we'll be looking... I'm looking forward to that at 4 o'clock. Here's Paul Scholl. The pitch from Hannan. 5-6, right-handed, grounds it to short. And Versailles has it. He throws him out, one away. Now here's Eddie Kirkpatrick. The pitch to Kirkpatrick. 3-8. Fly grounds it back to Hannan. And he throws it to first. Kelly holds. And here's Joe Foy with 2 outs and Kelly on second. We'll take a little break in between innings here. After this half, I have to write a tweet. Joe Foy singled, left on in the first. It's Kelly in scoring position. Foy sure would like to bring him home. Chip away at this 4-run lead by the Senators. Here's the pitch to Foy now. 1-7, and he grounds it to second. Bernie Allen has it, throws to Howard, and the side is retired. So, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We've gone 3. And it's a 5-1 ball game. And we'll be back in a few minutes. I guess I could put my keyboard here as I try to do this. All right, Kathy Harden. I had to do this one, Kathy. I don't know why I get caught up in sort of silly things of caring about shit. Yeah, thanks for your understanding. Folks, I had to take care of this. I'm going to take a brief break and then I'll be back and ready to play. I hope you understand, everybody. And thank you for your patience. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Look how clean my keyboard is. Remember what it used to look like? So we've gone 3 innings, it's 5-1. And we'll be back in just about 2 or 3 minutes. Just gonna step outside for a little fresh air. Oh. And when I come back, whoa, it's going to be the witching hour, bewitching hour. So I'll get back to my beautiful thing here. I'm going to have one more cup of coffee and then it's time to enjoy the medicine. Ooh, Lord help me. Oh, Lord help me, please. Well, that's the coffee for you. One more minute. We have an extended break here. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, even at 4 p.m. Lord. Whew. Oh, my Lord, Oh, thank you, Kathy Harden. Witchy Poo. Thank you. You're so kind. You are so kind. Let me just sit back and relax a little bit. Let's just sit back and take a toke here. Oh. Oh, that's tasty. Oh, that's so tasty. Oh, take another hit here. Oh, I just took a little bit. Oh yeah, respite. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yes. Oh, Christ. Oh, it's just. Let's leave it at that, and we'll take another hit later, because I don't want to overdo it. Headland is coming in here. Yeah, showing some nice restraint with the respite. Mr. Scholar. Well, Mike Headland has pitched fairly well. He will face the Senators, top of the order, top of the fourth, in a 5-1 ball game. It's August 23, 1969. Here's Unser now. He started it off with the home run off Headland, then he walked and was left on base in the second. Headland now in his one out. In 1 out, he'll be in his first endurance inning. Here's the pitch to Unser, 3-8, and he grounds it to first for Foy, who takes it to the bag, 1 away. So there's 1 away, and then we have a, we just do this, the downside. Upside means new inning after it went over like that, and downside, it has to do with endurance. Okay, and that's because when you split it up, there's 1 out, there's 2 outs in that inning, and then here's 1 full inning, 1 2/3. Now that's 2 innings, and now we start with the endurance inning for that purpose. Here's Lee May with 1 out, nobody on here, top of the fourth. Headland's been very good. No doubt about it. Here's the pitch to May. That's 2-4, and it's a base hit up the middle for May. So there's 1. There is action in the Kansas City bullpen, in case you might be interested. No one pitched in this game in real world. Drabowski and Wickersham pitched in yesterday's game. Right now, the only logical choice is Tom Bergmeyer. And some of you folks like me will remember his name, being with Kansas City. Tom Bergmeyer is warming. He's a left-hander. So it's May on first, nobody out. Here's the big man now. Yesterday was quite a game, Kathy Harden. I don't know if you were there, Rhodes Scholar, at the end, but Mike Kilkenny went into the top of the ninth with a no-hitter for the Tigers. And then Sandy Alomar for the Angels let it off with a base hit, and that was it. He'd end up, I think he retired the next three batters. A one-hit shutout by Mike Kilkenny. Okay, here's Hedlund now. And the pitch to Howard. That's 310 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Howard. May goes to second and holds, and Hedlund, who pitched very nicely, has let up two base hits to start it off, and Bergmeyer is warming in the bullpen. Doesn't mean anything. Okay, Ken McMullen, the batter. It's first and second. Hedlund in a jam here because he's close to fatigue. Big man on first. May short lead off second. Now Hedlund from the stretch, and the pitch to McMullen. That's 1-6 right-handed. And that is a liner to third, caught by Scholl. Nice catch by Paul Scholl. Bringing up Bernie Allen, one out here. Hedlund has a chance to get out of this. Infield back for the double, of course. Playing straight away. Bernie reached on the error, scored, and then the same inning, he came up. He led off in the third, and then he popped to second in the same inning. Here he is batting in the bottom of the fourth. First and second, one out, Hedlund from the stretch. And that's 5-7 left-handed. He struck him out. And that's the first strikeout for Hedlund. It's 2 away. Whoops. And here's Ed Stroud. Dig Ed Stroud. Flew to center and walked. Stole second and left on. Hedlund. The pitch to Stroud. That's 6-5 left-handed. Grounds it to short for Versailles. 440. .440, 14-4. Oh, he throws him out. Versailles. Very nice play. He's been hurt much of the season. He's not what he used to be. And we're glad to see Versailles was able to throw it across the diamond and get Hedlund out of that. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. He's got 2. And we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth here. Oops. Oh, you see what I fucking did? I forgot that that was a strikeout, folks. So we'll just negate that. Okay? I'm surprised no one else picked up on that. And it will be Stroud coming up again next inning. Okay? Thank you. I pick up on my own. Well, Jim Hannan has held the Royals to 1 run today. It's going to be Sweet Lou leading it off, facing Hannan here in the bottom of the fourth. They trail by 4, the Royals. And Hannan 4-6, and that is a grounder to first, picked up by a big man. He'll take it himself to the bag. 1 out. Great to see a man that big jog his way to the bag like that. 1 down. It's quite nimble. Here's Buck Martinez. Buck singled left on in the second here. All right, here's Martinez now facing Hannan. The windup and the pitch to Martinez. And that's 6'10" right-handed, grounds it to third. And that's scooped up by Ken McMullen and throws over to big man Howard for the second out of the fourth. And Jerry Adair, the batter. It's great to have baseball back in Kansas City. I'm a-going to Kansas City. Yeah, yeah. I said now 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to call a guy on some bullshit. Yes, I did. Oh, yeah. I'm going to Kansas City. All right, 2 outs. Jerry Adair, the batter. In a very, very peculiar ball game. Not so much the game, but just the atmosphere right now that I'm experiencing. Whew, here's Hannan, the pitch to Adair. That's 3-5 right-handed. It's a base hit to left. And that's picked up by Ed Stroud. Thrown back in, Adair on first, 2 down, and here's Jackie Hernandez, the shortstop. Hannan has pitched fairly good baseball today. Okay, here's Hannan now. And the pitch. That's 6-7 right-handed, walked him. So it's first and second. And they are going to have a pinch hitter for Mike Hedlund, who pitched two and 2/3. He walked 2. Allowed 2. And he did his job. He really did. And it's going to be, like I said, Bergmeyer. Coming in. There'll be a hitter here for a clutch situation. Bergmeyer left-hander. He had 54 innings pitched. Let's see who's hitting here. It's 2 outs. Two on. Bottom of the 4th with the Royals down by 4 runs. I had a feeling it would be. It's Mike Fiore. A perfect choice here. Fiore has some power. So for the Royals, hopeful. Fiore will come up, and he could bring the Royals right back into this ball game, make it a 1-run game. He's a left-handed hitter facing Hannan, right-hander. It's Hernandez on first, Adair on second, with 2 down. This next inning is Hannan's first endurance. Okay, here's Hannan now. The pitch to Fiore. And that's 4-9 left-handed, and he flies it to center. And Unser getting under that, makes the catch, and the side is retired, so Hannan gets out of it. It's a real crapshoot because, you know, I don't think hitting a fly out is a bad hit. I mean, it's, you know what I'm saying? That's what's funny about baseball to me. You know, you hit a nice, especially a long one, but that's the nature of the game. We're going to head to the top of the 5th, and it's going to be a new pitcher, so we're going to have a little break here in the action. Tom Bergmeyer, he'll be the 3rd pitcher for the Royals, and it will be Ed Stroud, Zoilo Versalles, and Casanova. Oh, that sounds great. Doesn't it? Oh, Lord, that sounds great. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, we're August 23, 1969 here. Looking around baseball, some interesting streaks. The Cubs won after losing 8 in a row, so they broke that one. The Orioles have won 8 in a row. The Tigers have won 6 in a row, worth mentioning. And the Seattle Pilots have lost 9 in order. They are 44 and 80. They have, they have 38 games left. They'll have to win 18 of them to avoid losing 100 games. So I guess some teams have done worse than this, but they're already 4 more than the Mets had in 62, and the Royals are just 2 games better. It's the Twins and the Orioles in the AL running away. Pirates have increased their lead to 10 games. Cards in second place, Cubs 10.5 behind. Mets, best season ever, 14.5 behind. Montreal, Philly just awful. Braves with a 1-game lead over the Giants, with the Astros, Reds still battling, 10, 12 games out. San Diego, the expansion, 30 games behind. There was a time when Seattle was doing fairly well. They were like, I don't remember, but really early on they were doing better. Well, Tom Bergmeyer is ready. He's a left-hander for the Royals. 3rd pitcher today, and Ed Stroud leads it off. I made a little error there, and it really was inconsequential. My house rules is if that happens, we redo it next inning. We do not go by the outplayed. That's just an arbitrary rule. It's preset. So Eddie Stroud has a chance for something that most of us just long for, and that's a second chance. A second chance in life to redeem yourself. Ed Stroud steps in, and here's Bergmeyer. That's 2-9, and he walked him, so Stroud is on. And Eddie, you may remember, swiped one. I think we'll hold tight here this time, Kathy. Harden. I think we'll just what's the word? What's the expression? Quit while we're ahead. That's one of them. Here's Versailles with Casanova on deck. It's Stroud on first. Here's the pitch to Versailles. That's 3-8 left-handed. Grounds it back to Bergmeyer. To Adair. Over to Foy, and that's a double play for the Royals. Nice play turn by Bergmeyer all around. 2 outs now, and here's Casanova. He's 1 for 2. And sometimes we just call out and we ask the question, is anybody out there? Just kidding. Here's Casanova now. Bergmeyer, the windup, and the pitch to Casanova. That's 4-7 right-handed. Walked him. So Paul takes first. Second walk by Bergmeyer. Oh, Lord Joel. I hate to think about it. I tell you, maybe life would have been worse if I was more successful. You know, sometimes I look at that. You know, if I end up rich and famous, I could have died in a motorcycle accident. You know, lots of different things could happen. And that could be a rationalization. Okay, here's Bergmeyer now. With 2 outs and Casanova on first. The pitch to Casanova. Oh, I'm sorry. Hannan is up now. I am so sorry. It's first Casanova on first, 2 down. Back to the game, Jeff. Here's the pitch. That's 3-8, and he struck him out. So the side is out. Bergmeyer gets out of that. He walked 2, left 1 on. Middle of the 5th, it's a 5-1 ball game, and I think Jack Hannan has pitched very good baseball tonight. He's had runners on, but gotten out of it. You know, part of that is chance. Yeah, Rhodes Scholar. I don't know. It's not that. I just said that. That's a what is it? A sort of a cliche, maybe. We all want to be rich and famous. No, some of us don't. No. Here's Hannan now. We're facing Kansas City. I mean, I did. Okay. And I was fairly successful in my field. I was a leader in my field. And after a while, I realized, you know what? This has to stop, meaning I need to disconnect myself from the obsession of fame, attention, approval, success, you know. So I realized now the most important thing is family, and I've disrupted 2 relationships, but I'm still have a good relationship with my son. That matters. Here's Pat Kelly now, and you'll eat yourself up alive if you dwell on it. But to think of it occasionally, absolutely. Yeah, a leader in the field of Strat-O-Matic, right? Here's Pat Kelly now. Well, there's nothing wrong with being that. Okay, I used to be a so-called big guy when I was 14 and 15. Here's Jim Hannan now facing Kelly. Royals down by 4. That's 2-7 right-handed. Grounds it to first for big man. This time he's going to toss it to Hannan. Hannan's so smart. Running to the bag every frickin' time that the ball's hit to the first base side, I would call it. I don't know if I call it right or left, depending which. So, you know, you also cover a throw that gets away from first, you know. The catcher also should do that. Here's Paul Scholl, one down. Hannan. And the pitch. That's 3-5 right-handed. He walks Scholl. So that's what KC needs. They need runners, but they need hits and hits and hits. It's that simple, folks. You could plug away 1 run an inning, sure. Any way you cut it, but they need hits. Here's Ed Kirkpatrick. He was hot in April, hit a few home runs. Him along with Fiore. But they have cooled off, I'll tell you, like cucumbers. Here's Hannan from the stretch with Scholl on first, 1 down. Pitch to Kirkpatrick. There it goes. 6-4 left-handed. Fly ball to center, wedged in between some stuff. Unser makes the catch. So it's 2 away. Scholl on first, and here's Joe Foy. Joe, a little bit of power there. Just a tad, and he's an N. Foy 1 for 2 today. That's what they need right now from Foy. They need a home run ball. Here's Hannan from the stretch. Keep it low, Jim. The pitch to Foy. That's 3-11 right-handed. Fly ball left. He went under it. Swung late. Stroud makes the catch, and the side is retired. Hannan again. No runs. Leaves 1 after a walk. And we've gone 5 full innings here in Kansas City. Let me see where the hell they played. Okay. I don't mention that in our replay. I talk about Sick's Stadium, Jerry Park, and I don't talk about San Diego much. They played in, I'm sure somebody out here knows it. Kansas City, here I come, yeah, yeah. I'm going to Kansas. Municipal Stadium. Well, that's not the beautiful one they built in the early 70s. Yeah, Joel, Municipal. I'm Googling it right now. I'm going to go 1969. It was probably used for something else. I'm going to Kansas City. It was for baseball and football. It hosted the minor league Kansas City Blues of the AA and the Kansas City Monarchs of the Negro Leagues. Now, isn't that freaking cool? They did so from 1923 to 1955, and it was almost rebuilt for the 55 season when the Athletics came from Philly. And they played there till 67 when they moved to Oakland. Then the Chiefs moved in 69. Now they've got to have a new stadium now. I remember Arrowhead, you know, but they played there from 63 to 71, most of it in the AFL. And the Kansas City Spurs, soccer, 68 to 69. It hosted the first All-Star game, 1960. Remember, folks, the Kansas City A's played there. Roger Maris was on that A's team, and so was Hot Dog Jackson. And then I guess what happened was in '69, they had the Royals come in. Jackie Robinson played on the Monarchs there, Buck O'Neill. That's wild. And wow, look at this. Here's a picture of it in '66. God, that's gorgeous. It looks like it looks to me like a really good minor league park. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a little gander here. You see? Well, that's the best. I'm not going to go to too much trouble, but look at that. That's it. I remember I used to go to the Fort Lauderdale Stadium off Commercial Avenue or Boulevard. I think Boulevard. Then you had to, head north, take a right or something, or south, and you hit it. And it didn't look much bigger than this. Maybe it's a little bigger. So it's been rebuilt though. Let's keep that in mind. As Philip Reynolds has arrived, and he is for the Nats. And the Nats are winning. Philip Reynolds, we're glad to see you tonight. So it's Municipal Stadium. What a history. My goodness. What a frickin' history. It's going to be Bergmeyer pitching the top of the sixth. This will be his second inning of relief. It's a 5-1 ball game. And it's a nice crowd here at Municipal. Think about it, folks. It's 1969. You got this expansion Royals, who became a very good organization, I guess. I guess they still are. Kansas City. It's going to be top of the order here for the Senators. They have a 4-run lead. They're batting in the top of the sixth. Del Unser will lead it off. This is the Washington Senators. This is the expansion team from '61, as you probably know, Philip. Maybe others don't. This is not the original Washington Senators team. That team moved to Minnesota, as many of you already know. And this was an expansion team in '61, and this year, '69, was their one and only winning season. I think they won 86 or something. And they moved to Texas after '72, I believe, and became the Texas Rangers. So strange web is weaved. Bergmeyer now facing Unser. The windup and the pitch. And that's 2-4 left-handed. Hit well by Unser. Oh my, it's carrying. And that's the second home run by Del Unser. Oh my. That was hit high and far. Del Unser, and I'm sure glad to see Del have a game like this. That one was hit long and high. Long and high, Kathy Harden. 2-4 left-handed. Home run 1-7. That was a frickin' 6, mind you. And Unser hits number 5 now. And what a ball game it is. Oh, it's a beautiful night here at Municipal. Just think of the people. Let me put this in. Did you see some guy playing shortstop? I don't know his name, Hernandez or something. And he has a mic on. They do that now, rarely. And he's talking. And then there's a ground ball to him. And he goes, hold on, let me get this play real quick. And he throws it to first. You have to see that. You have to see that. Go to MLB Twitter. MLB, I don't do Facebook. But for Unser, that's number 5. You have to, how good is that, you know? How freaking good is that? Whew. Lord. Number 5. 2 today. A great day to hit 2 for Del Unser. And I always liked Unser because he's a good hitter. So Bergmeyer allows a long one. Sorry about that. Just make believe that looks a little more civilized. And Lee May is going to be the batter. So it's 6-1. The Senators enjoying a very nice evening here, getting some hits. They won the first game of the series 3-1. Coleman went all the way. Now Hannan is very tough tonight. It's Lee May left-handed, lefty here. Bergmeyer. That's 2-8, left-handed, grounds it to second. Adair steps on the, throws it to first, 1 away. And here comes big man Howard. He's 1 home run besides H.D. Jackson. If I'm not mistaken, H.D. has 43 home runs, most in the majors. And Howard with 42. 1 behind. McCovey leads in the National League with 38. Oh yeah, Ted's hitting advice indeed he is. Absolutely. Including drawing a walk. Don't hit bad pitches. You know, unless you're Yogi Berra, he was a bad ball hitter. Okay, Howard at the plate now. Bergmeyer, the windup and the pitch. That's 3-6, left-handed. It's a base hit to right for a big man, and that's fine. He can do that all day long. Big man singles. To right field. Thrown in by Kirkpatrick. And here's McMullen with 1 out and Howard. Absolutely, Philip. He's one of the best. Some say the best in some ways. Of course, no one can really provide any definitive. It's really a judgment call. But he was right up there. Yeah, I'm getting some positives on it. I'm getting some positive. I called that guy on it. And if any of my fellow obedience are here, I hope you understand where I come from. I want the best. And if I'm involved, I'm gonna frickin' no. All right, we're good with that. Ken McMullen, it's big man on first, 1 down. Bergmeyer being very, very, very careful here. Look at him. He's got a endurance 4 innings. Okay, he's a long reliever. Here's the pitch to McMullen. That's 3-7 left-handed. Fly ball center for Kelly. 2 outs. And now Bernie Allen. I've been called on bullshit. You know, I've made mistakes. Here's Bernie now, facing Bergmeyer. 2 outs, big man on first. 1 in. It's now a 6-1 ball game. Yes, it is. And there's a fight in the crowd. Is that right, Philip? Yeah. There is a fight in the crowd. It's getting ugly here in Municipal. I'm sure there were many fights in that stadium. Here's now Bergmeyer. He's just moving us forward. The wind-up pitch to Allen. That's 2-3 left-handed. Grounds it to third for Scholl. And he throws him out. So 1 run in the top of the 6th. It's 6-1. Senators. And Hannan comes out now. He's allowed runners on base every inning. And sometimes 2. But he has gotten out of everything. He has allowed a run. Got into trouble there in the first. It's going to be Sweet Lou to lead it off for the Royals. Here in Municipal, just to think, Jackie Robinson played here. And therefore, I believe we'd have to say that Satchel Paige pitched here for the Monarchs. Oh, my God. How freaking legendary is that? Okay, we head now to the bottom of the 6th. It's Lou Piniella digging in. 0 for 2 today. Here's Hannan. That's 1-6 right-handed. And that is a base hit by Lou. So Lou leads it off with a single. Lou on first, no outs. And here's Martinez. Royals need some hits here, but Hannan's been tough. He'll work from the stretch, allowing runners on every base here. Here's the pitch to Martinez. That's 2-7 right-handed. Grounds it to second, and it's a double play. It was hit. It almost went through. It was stopped by Allen. He threw it to Versailles, who then went to big man. It's 2 outs, nobody on. How do you like them apples? Here's Jerry Adair. Yowza. It's 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch to Adair. 5-3 right-handed. Fly ball left X. That's going back now. Stroud. He's a 3-7. That's going to be 2-3. That's going to be trouble. Drops in. And it's going to be a double for Adair. His second hit of the game. How do you like that? They need everything they can get. They're going to need Hernandez. It's 2 outs, and it's a situation here. It is quite a situation. Jackie Hernandez facing Hannan now. Hannan, in his second inning of endurance, one more hit or walk, and he is fatigued. There is action. Did I tell you there's action in the Washington bullpen? Higgins pitched in real world. He's warming up right now. He's good enough with this kind of lead. Higgins is warming in the bullpen for Washington. Here's Hannan from the stretch, and the pitch to Hernandez. 3-10, and he grounds it to third for McMullen, and the side is retired. So Hannan gets out of it again. Maybe he's a Houdini of his own, a very subtle one. He did allow one run. One of the situations got away from him, but he's been a very smart pitcher tonight. We've gone 6 here in Municipal. It's 6-1 Washington over the KC Royals. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. Yes, indeed, I am. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. More than ever. More than frickin' ever. And this has been a very, very sort of a, this game has gone on regardless of what I do. But I'll tell you, Hannan, very impressive today. And but you never know what can happen. They got Bergmeyer, who's done okay. He's due up next inning. This will be his last inning, by the way. It will be his final inning. So there's action in the Kansas City bullpen, and they're going to bring in another left-hander who was, they only used, they used no one. Okay, Bunker went all the way in this one and lost. Steve Jones, a left-handed pitcher, going with the flow game, exactly what it is, exactly. It's going to be Steve Jones, and he's warming in the bullpen right now in the KC in here in Municipal. We're heading to the top of the 7th. Bergmeyer has pitched 2 innings. He did allow the home run to Unser. And it'll be Ed Stroud coming up. He flew to center, walked twice, stole a base, left on, and grounded into a double play. Higgins is sitting it out now. He warmed up, but there's no sign that he's going to be needed imminently. And we'll take a little break here of about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to walk outside. What I noticed last night was it's 6:59 p.m. That's just when I happened to look at the clock. It was darker earlier than it had been. And I just noticed it last night. It's coming, and then you have, I guess it's called standard time. We push the clocks. Back. And that's when I like it. Then it really, really gets dark at like 5:30 by the time you get into, I don't know when it is, January or something. Love it. And we have great weather here. I'll be, here in Florida. That's one thing. And that's when it's beautiful here. Sometimes we have cool nights. We had some cool nights last winter. to the point where you could almost need a heater, but I didn't need a heater. In fact, my unit here does heat. I don't freaking need a heater. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Stay strong, everybody. It's a going with the flow game. It's 6-1 ball game, and Bergmeyer will pitch his third inning facing Stroud Versailles and Casanova. And I'll be back in just a few minutes. Versailles. Zoilo Versailles. Oh, Lord, help me, God. Versailles. Just going out for a little stroll. I'll be back, folks. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I might like to tell you that there are currently dark clouds, not a large system, but just a pretty, I mean, you know, maybe it's a mile long or wide or something, and some thunder and very little droplets of rain coming down already. It's right above us, pretty much so, a little to the away, and but it's not going to affect our ball game at all. I'm going to clean my glasses if you don't mind. I'm biding my time here. Boy, I took that little hit. I never went back and took another. That really sent me out there. Just a tad apprehensive about life. You know, the cannabis, I say I love it. It's really, in the long run, maybe even the short run, it's probably not good for me because it does, not always, just sometimes makes me feel a little anxious, but I just have always liked it. In some other ways, okay? It's stimulating for my brain. I might benefit from a different strand, okay? I think I'll see what I have up there. I have a quarter left. Bergmeyer. Wow. Yeah. Bergmeyer on the mound here. It's going to be his third inning. And Ed Stroud's going to lead it off. Indeed, he is. This is lefty. And Williams will let Stroud hit here. Flew to center, walked twice. Bergmeyer. That's 4-2. Left-handed, grounds it to second, Adair. Tosses it over to Foy, that's one away. And here's Versailles. Versailles 1 for 3 today, doubled and scored. First of 3 consecutive doubles by Versailles, by the Senators, and you know it. You frickin' know it, people. Okay, here's Bergmeyer. The windup and the pitch. Versailles swings and misses. Strike 3. 2 down. Bergmeyer due up next inning. They'll hit for him. Steve Jones warming, as I said. It's Casanova with 2 down and nobody on. Top of the 7th. Nats lead at 6-1 over the Royals. Now that's a cool thing. When you're home, it's raining, and you're playing Strat-O-Matic. Here's the pitch to Casanova. That's 3-8, left-handed, and that's a base hit by Casanova. A 2-out single. Allowed by Bergmeyer. And he's got that 4. Okay, he's nowhere near. It's going to be Hannan coming up. The pitcher. Steve Hannan. Jim Hannan. 2 outs. He doubled. He was the 3rd in a row. He doubled in the 2nd and scored, knocked in a run. Casanova knocked in 2, including Bernie Allen and Versailles. Bernie had reached on an error. Well, Hannan steps in. He hits it foul. It's on the left side, dribbling. Okay, Bergmeyer. And the pitch to Hannan. That's 1-6, and he struck him out. That's the third for Bergmeyer. Side is out. That'll be it for Bergmeyer. 3 innings, 1 run allowed. It was the home run by Unser. Jones will come in. And there's going to be a hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. Hannan takes the mound. He's pitched 6 innings, every inning, base runners. 3 of them, 2, and got out of it. Not at the same time always. Let's see who's hitting here. I think he pinch hit in this game. It's going to be Hawk Taylor. In real world, I remember it on the box score. So Hawk Taylor will come out to lead it off. There'd be a pinch runner if he gets on. They're going to fight for everything. The Royals. Hawk Taylor, a 270. Righty here. And Hannan on the mound again. And here's his pitch to Hawk Taylor. That is for 9 right-handed, and he grounds it to third, picked up by McMullen, over to the big man, and that's 1 away. Big man Howard playing first base tonight. Turns out that I wonder why they didn't pitch. Wait a minute, let me check something here. Is Bunker a left-hander? Was Bunker a left-hander? No, I guess I'm surprised Epstein didn't play today. He's available to pinch hit, but maybe not against a left-hander, but we'll see. Here's Pat Kelly now with 1 out, nobody on. Unser has hit 2 home runs today, by the way, if you're just tuning in. His 4th and 5th of the season. Here's Hannan. The pitch to Kelly. That's 1-6, right-handed, base hit Kelly. It's a single to left. Picked up by Stroud, he throws it in. Kelly double-A. 1-2-13 with Casanova. And here's Paul Scholl. They need hits. They're not going to be stealing the second base. The batter is Paul Scholl. Hannan now, again, another base runner. Here's from the stretch. 1 more hit or walk, and he is fatigued. Oh, here's the pitch to Scholl. That's 3-7 right-handed. He grounds it to short to force Kelly. And Scholl is on. 2 outs. Scholl on first. Here's Eddie Kirkpatrick. If Hannan can retire Eddie, he will be refreshed for the 8th. Hannan. He's thrown a lot of pitches today. That's 6-7 left-handed, walked him. And out comes Gordon, the manager. Having a talk there. It's 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Having a talk there with Hannan. That's going to be it for Jim Hannan. How do you like that? First of all, he's reached fatigue. And it's Dennis Higgins coming in, the right-hander. Dennis Higgins. He'll face Foy with 2 outs, first and second. That's it. He's not playing around here. So Higgins will not be eligible for the save with a 5-run lead. That's 5-4-3. Well, he would be with those runners on base. Yeah, if he completes it. Hannan pitched 6 2/3. Some very decent baseball. He did allow 8 hits. He had a lot of pitchers, lots of runners on base. He walked 4, but he seemed to get out of it. And we'll see if Higgins can get him out of it. He struck out 1 and has allowed 1. And Higgins comes in try to retire Foy. So Foy steps in, first and second, 2 down here, bottom of the 7th. Foy 1 for 3 tonight. Here's Higgins. That's 5'9" right-handed. Struck him out. Higgins gets Foy swinging. And that will retire the side. So you want to talk about working to keep this ball game going. No runs. 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left on. And there's a new pitcher now for Kansas City. That means there'll be a brief break in the action here as we start the top of the 8th it'll be the top of this order. For Washington, Unser with 2 home runs today. May and then the big man walked and singled twice. May 1 for 2 with a walk. And I think now would be just about a good time for me to take another dose of my medicine. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. It's a lovely evening here. It's a lovely, beautiful evening. And if any of my obedience are here, you know, Obi is not the say-all of all things. This new Nigeria is bigger than Peter Obi. I want to tell you all that. That's just my opinion. I know I'm not Nigerian. And if you don't like hearing it from me, you don't have to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially on YouTube. My goodness. Oh, is that tasty? Is that ever so tasty? Oh, duh. Oh. Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. My Lord help me. Oh my God. Oh, Lord help me, please. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I see it. Yeah. I see that. Indeed. Oh my, indeed. Get that thing straight here. Let's get that frickin' thing straight. There we go. There we go. Okay, Steve Jones, top of the 8th. And here's Del Unser, 2 for 3, 2 home runs, both solo, walked and left on. So Unser steps in, facing Jones. This is lefty-lefty. He hit the home run off the second one off Bergmeyer, a left-hander. Here's Jones. That's 4-8. Walked him. So Unser is on, his second walk of the ball game. And here's Lee May. Another lefty-lefty here. They're going to have a hitter for May. May, the right fielder. There'll be a hitter for Lee May. Look at that. They're going to pull him. Let's see who's going to come in. I have a feeling I know who's going to come in. It's going to be Mike Epstein. Oh, my. Mike Epstein on Yom Kippur. That's in real world. I don't celebrate. Today is Yom Kippur, I believe. Now it's sundown, I guess. Maybe it's over. It's going to be Mike Epstein, and we'll figure out how they will field. We know he'll stay in the game and play first base. Howard, big man, will play right field. Okay. And that's how that will work. So Epstein steps in the batter's box facing the left-hander. He has actually a little better power against left-handers, but Williams doesn't use him. He platoons. But I'm not Ted Williams. But it's here's Steve Jones. Unser on first, no outs. Pitch to Epstein. That's going to be 4-5 left-handed, struck him out. So Epstein goes down. He'll stay in the game. And here comes the big man. A little bit of, I guess they should have let him hit, but I had a gander at May's card and I said it's inappropriate. One down, Unser on first. Howard, 2 for 3 and a walk. Here's the pitch from Jones. That's 1-7 left-handed, and that's hit well as a base hit. Up the middle, and Unser goes to third. Third single for the big man. He can do that all day if he wants. Just looking for the sweet spot on it. and he lunged it into left field for a single. So it's first and third, one down, and here's McMullen in field for the double play here. It's back. McMullen steps into the batter's box. His name is Ken McMullen. Here's Steve Jones. The pitch to McMullen. 5-6 right-handed, fly ball center for Kelly, who makes the catch. And Unser tags. It was hit well enough. McMullen hit it nicely. And that's going to make it a 7-1 ball game. Unser comes home. His third run of the game. Hit 2 solo shots. That was a 5-6 right-handed. Very nice. So it's 2-away with big man on first. Here's Bernie now. Another left-hander. They'll let him hit. Lots of running for the big man today. Oh, yeah. And he has stayed safely on first, but left on each time, the big man. Oh, that's funny as hell. I guess he also, now he's going to get to run out to right field twice and then back. There's Bernie Allen now. Bernie 0 for 4 reached on the error and scored. That started the second, the 4-run second by the Nats. We have a big man on first with 2 down. Allen at the plate. 112 left-handed, lines it to second, caught by Adair. And the side is retired. So Jones gets out of it with 1 run. And we're in the middle of the 8th. It's a 7-1 ball game here at Municipal. My goodness, what a historic frickin' place. Wow. What a historic frickin' place that is. See if I can get a gander at some big pictures. Wow, here's 69. Wow, it's beautiful. It looks like, it almost looks like a Major League Park. I guess they did that for the Royals. They built that whole upper deck, I guess. And they used it for football. You remember when you used to see like the football field, you'd see the parts of the baseball field on the playing field? You remember that? I used to go to Shea and you would see that. I guess they shaved down the mound, right? And then build it up again. It's a lot of work. Here's before it had the first deck. Wow, I think this is it. Wow. Maybe it is. It was first a single deck. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. It's Dennis Higgins coming out. Hannan lets up 1 run. Higgins for the save. Oh, they tore it down? That's a shame. Isn't that a shame? They tore a lot of stuff down. They shot it. They tore down, look, everything. Just about. I mean, the only remaining stadiums are Fenway and Wrigley, and I think Fenway was built 6 years after our 1911 replay. Think about that. It wasn't even freaking built. Those are, I mean, isn't anything sacred anymore? I don't mean sacred. Isn't anything respected anymore? Any kind of tradition? Well, Higgins is coming out. Yeah, here he is. Bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Sweet Lou coming up, folks. Sweet Lou Piniella. Pardon my icons. Here's Higgins now. The wind up and the pitch to Sweet Lou. That's going to be 2-7 right-handed. Grounds it back to Higgins. And he tosses it ever so nicely over to Epstein. At first, 1 down. Remember, big man out and right now. Oh, they were works of art, yeah. God almighty. They really were. Okay, Higgins facing Martinez, who's 1 for 3. It would be surreal to think about even going back in time to those parks. And I bet you if I went back in time, of course I could get US dollars from that era, but I could also get clothing that is pretty close to that. And I'm not sure what else I'd need, except lots of cash. With bills from that era. You can get a 20, see how much that costs, and that's a lot of money back then. Okay. Buck Martinez. Here's Higgins now. Pops it up to short. Versailles makes the catch, 2 away. Been a nice night here for the Senators. Nice series. They flew in. Part of their road trip. Jerry Adair, 2 for 3, 2 outs, nobody on. A very, very nicely pitched game by Hannan and now Higgins, who's retired the first 3 Royals he's faced. A very, 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 very interesting ball game. Now Higgins now. The pitch to Adair. 1-7 right-handed, base hit by Adair, his 3rd of the ball game. Jerry, I don't know who he was on before, but before he went to the Royals, he was obviously obtained somehow for the expansion team. He said, play me or trade me. I'd have to go look it up to see who. And now he's a very journeyman player, not an awful fielder at second, where he is tonight. 250 hitter. You know, he's not that great, you know. All right. It's a free market. Here's Higgins now. Facing Hernandez. Higgins from the stretch. That is a 2-7 right-handed, and he flies it to left field, hanging for Stroud. And Eddie Stroud makes the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs again for the Royals. 1 hit, 1 left. Heading to the 9th now. It is a 7-1 ball game. Oops. And Steve Jones now. This will be his last inning. Will pitch. Yeah, he will. I think. He pitched this whole inning, yeah. He'll pitch his second part of it, at least. And leading it off will be Ed Stroud. Seen a lot of Ed Stroud lately. Okay. Wow. That's interesting. Red Sox, Orioles, and White Sox. Well, Stroud steps in, and here's Jones on the mound, the windup, and the pitch to Stroud. That'll be 3-6 left-handed. He walked him. So Eddie draws his third of the ball game. He's really good eye. He's an A. And again, we have a +1 with Buck Martinez. That'll make him a 1-14. You know, I say send him again. It's not that unusual. Kathy Harden, and it's 7-1. Let's go for it. So he's a 1-14, Ed Stroud. You know it. Versailles knows it. I know it. It's Jones from the stretch. 113, 1-14. And the pitch to Versailles. There goes Stroud. Whoa. And he's out. Oh, by a mile. So there's one away. All righty. Versailles, though, smartly swung at the pitch to block Martinez, but Martinez jumped on it ahead of Versailles and threw him out by a mile. Okay, Versailles 1 for 4, doubled and scored. Steve Jones on the mound. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th for the Royals, down by 6 now, it'll be a pinch hitter for Steve, Kelly, and Scholl. Zoilo at the plate, the pitch from Jones. That is 3-10 left-handed, struck him out. Oh my. That's the second for Steven. And here's Casanova now. Paul 2 for 3, doubled and scored, singled, left on, knocked in 2 with that double. Yep, and he walked. It's been a nice Paul Casanova day. Here's Jones now, and the pitch to Casanova. 5-5 right-handed, fly ball left field for Sweet Lou, the young rookie. And that's actually wasn't that young. He played in the minors for a few years. I don't know the whole story. Here's Steve Hannan now. Oh, not Hannan. I am so sorry. Higgins. I am so sorry. And he's a 1WR. We're going to let Higgins hit as not to disrupt anything. So Higgins will, and we're not worried about him. We say, you know, don't get involved in, don't try to do too much up there. Okay? If you strike out, you strike out. It's 2 outs with, actually that was the side. I made that boner earlier, and I was about to make it again. That is the side. That was 1 out there. And that happens. That's the cannabis. Now, some of you don't smoke cannabis and you do that. Okay, it can happen. Oh, yeah. And we're heading to the bottom of the ninth. Ain't that sweet? Higgins. Going for the save here, believe it or not. There were enough runners on base to make it 3 or less. You do that too. And that we can knock Jones out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He pitched 2. Bunker the loser, by the way. And Higgins comes out to the mound taking his warm-ups. There's going to be a hitter here for Jones. Let's see who it is. There's going to be a hitter. He may not be a good hitter, but he's going to be a freaking hitter. Indeed. Oh, this guy, I love this guy. Scott Northey. 61 at bats, 262. Perfect. Scott Northey will lead it off. Now, he's an obscure guy. I bet you look him up, I don't even know what you'll find. That's what's kind of cool about it. Northey is a right-handed hitter. He only had 61 at bats. Boy, he's fast. He can steal. His arm is okay, but he's not a great fielder. Northey steps in the batter's box. He'll face Higgins here in the bottom of the ninth. With the Royals down by 6 runs. It's a 7-1 ball game. And Northey has stepped into the batter's box. Here's Higgins now. The windup and the pitch to Northey. It's 1-5 right-handed. He walked him. So Higgins walks Northey. His endurance is 3, by the way. And he's not anywhere near that because he's only pitched 1 1/3. That would probably be with 2 outs here. It would start with, yeah, it would start. That's Northey. That's Higgins, yeah. So Northey is on first. Okay. And it's going to be top of the order, Pat Kelly now. Kelly 2 for 3. Walked and scored. Doubled. Left on. Singled and forced. He comes up here 2 for 3 and a walk. Scored the only run for the Royals. Now Higgins into his windup, and with Northey on first, nobody out. That's 3-5 right-handed, struck him out. That's the second for Higgins. And here's Paul Scholl. Higgins can end this ball game right now on 1 pitch if it's a grounder, if it's hit right. If it's ripe for doubling. Oh my Jesus Christ, what a life. What a life. Oh, Lord. Okay, Paul Scholl steps in. And we hope that you've enjoyed this broadcast of the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We've been going about 2 hours, 40 minutes in a very leisurely ball game. I need to take a break for only about 1 minute. So I ask you just to hang in. It might be 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. I have my quirks, you know. It's 1 out, Northy. On first, being held. Just about 90 seconds. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast of the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We know that people enjoy these broadcasts for different reasons. Some just like to watch the game. Some like to just hang out and use it for ambiance. Some, one at least, aims to he claims it has cured his insomnia, and he sends me a message every now and then, and it is much needed nourishment for me in this very a life full of regrets. Not desperate though. Not desperate in any way. As you can see, I'm very. I have all the traits, and I use them as I see fit. Traits of histrionic, even narcissistic. There are dependent traits, paranoid traits, obsessive compulsive, and there are different types of that. And it's been tough, but Shawl will come up. It's going to be about another 40 seconds, give or take. Senators coasting on a very nice win and a very nice combined pitching performance tonight. Oh, Joel, thank you so much. And you know what? I agree with you on that. Keeps me away from the news. That's really very, I mean, I know there's some important things that I need to know, but for some time in the day, you are so right. I am completely cut off from it. I earlier in this game, I was tweeting something. I was multitasking in the first 3 innings, but I've been away. It's on my big screen. It's a sort of a nice setup. It's very cool having it on YouTube on my TV. And as well, I find it very nice to be working on both sides here with the big TV and the, as you can see over here, I'm not going to go because I'm only partially dressed. Now this is a cool effect that can take place. Watch this thing just come out. You can see that this second one here, it's coming out. Watch it come again. I think, well, it's not coming now. Oh, there it is. It's inside. Oh, Christ. And yeah, if you go like this, it'll even get to be more. So we've got it going pretty well here. And we're ready to go back to this ball game. And yeah, I'm away from the news. Absolutely. And you can go into that as deeply as you want to until it becomes its own thing there. And I actually like some of the effects that it could create. Yeah, here we go now. And I'm going to take, I think there's just a tad left there. I'm going to take that. And if there's nothing there, I'm going to take a pinch, a new pinch. Because I want to. And by the way, you look at that effect. It's called, that's an effect. It's called, oh Lord. I don't know what the name of this one is. Oh, here it is. What the name? Dawn. Shit, that's weird. Dawn. Okay. To me, it almost looks like a cartoon or something. I kind of like it. Yeah, there was some in there. I don't know, Kathy, if you saw the inverse. It's very cool. I liked it. It's almost too weird. I'm gonna put it on. There it is. It's called Haunt, but it really looks like, to me, like an inverse of it. Ah, there it is. Yeah, with making it look like old film, too. That's pretty cool. Whoops. All right. Wow. Well, that figures... wait a minute. Let me just see something here. Maybe that's not the one. This is it. That's it. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, it's 1 out. Northie on first. Higgins from the stretch. And the pitch to Scholl. That's going to be 6-8, right-handed. And that is a base hit by Scholl. Northey goes to third. Well, stranger things have happened. It's first and third now with one out. And here comes Ed Kirkpatrick, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. Eddie steps into the batter's box. Anyone like that? I like that. Maybe not for all time, but maybe a little. Okay, Higgins now, first and third, infield back, one out. And the pitch to Kirkpatrick. 1-8, and he struck him out. That's the second out of this inning. Whoa. And it's all up to Joe Foy. Royals down by 6. Their last up here with their up to their last out. And it's going to be Joe Foy. So Foy, 1 for 4. It's 2 outs now, first and third. And Higgins. Pitch to Foy, 2-6, right-handed, and he pops it up to second. This should be the ball game. Bernie Allen makes the catch, and the game is over. Final score: Senators 7 and the Royals 1. I thought it was a kind of game you might have every once in a while. I thought it was cool. Hannan pitched good baseball. Higgins came in, he got the save. Pitched 1 1/3. 2 1/3. Lost to Bunker. Lost to Bunker. Senators had 7 runs. 10 hits, no errors. And the KC Royals, 1 run. 9 hits. And 1 error. Hannan really was something special, letting all those runners on base. It was not a snoozer. He let all those runners on base and got out of it every time except once. That was in the first inning. I give Hannan the star of the game, even though Unser, some of you may disagree, Unser gets a notable for 2 home runs, 2 walks, scored 3 runs, knocked in 2, of course. And we hope you enjoyed this ball game. My name is Guterman. And this has been a broadcast of the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I'm here in Studio B, broadcasting remotely, back in time, doing the Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball replay. And we have just completed game 1,483 out of 1,944 that are scheduled. And we're just moving along. We've gone about 3 years. I don't know how long I've been doing this one. This is my deep one. I have 1911, I have 1964, enjoying those immensely. I'll look forward maybe to a 1911 game one of these days. I'm going to put this one in the books. And yeah, the one run the Royals had in the first inning was no RBI. It was Kirkpatrick with the double play. It was first and third, and Kirkpatrick knocked out. He didn't knock it in. You don't get that. I want to just check something here, if you don't mind. Lord. Wow. This guy to me is so obscure. Let me just get this for you. Oh. And I present to you one Scott Northey. There he is. There's nothing about him on the internet except just a very brief. Maybe Saber has something. Yeah, maybe Saber. Here he is. No. Oh, wow. This is a Scott Northey. It's not him. I think he's too young. Caught in Florida, Michigan, fugitive. It's amazing the shit that you could find, you know. But here's Saber. They don't have. It's not even assigned. You see, that tells you something. That this info, because they're pretty good about it. He was in Vietnam in '66 and '67. He had played a year of minor league ball before, and then after that, then selected by Royals in the draft. And he played through 72. Okay. He's still alive, supposedly. His last appearance was October 2 in Major Leagues. Wait a minute. That can't be. Oh, he was in the minors. until 72. Wow. He's a guy that just didn't make it. And he could have been good if they invested in him. He finally got out of it. And he's 76 now. So, I want to thank everybody for hanging out here tonight. I'm gonna try to live with myself for a little bit alone. You all take good care and stay strong, and I'll catch you all next time, okay? Oh. Thank you. Oh, Christ.